Hello fans, and welcome to my Minecraft world. In my Minecraft world, I build cities and states for fun. But I decided one of these buildings in my city just doesn't look good. I'm looking at you, PB Bank building. So I decided, what if I transformed it in a way to make it something spectacular? So in this video, I will review the original building, and then I'll go over what I changed for the transformation. As this building started off really boring, and you'll have to see how it turns out. I think I'm pretty proud of the end result. So let's get started. Hello everyone, and welcome to another amazing episode of The Wandering Skyline. Alright, so this is the building in question, the PB Bank building. Now, I think this building, it just needs to be transformed. It has so much potential, but it just doesn't look good. So I've decided, what if we just change this building right now, transform it completely, and make it a new building? Alright guys, so let's get started. Alright, let's start the review of the original Skyscraper. So we're going to start from the front, which you haven't seen yet. The front is probably one of my favorite parts of the Skyscraper, so let's see it. Alright, so this is the front of the building. Aka my favorite side. Now, I like this side because of all these darkest windows, and I like how they kind of, in like a pattern grid formation, go out the building. Now, you may find that is boring, but compared to the rest of the building, I like it. And this is the front entrance over here. Now, it kind of has this little archway kind of thing. I don't think that's a good accurate word, but that's the best I can come up with. This is the entrance right here. You can walk through the doors, enter the building. Now, when I transformed it, I didn't do the interior. I'm not really a big interior person. So yeah, that is the building design of the front half of the building. Now I'm going to show you the front top. At the very top of the building, there's kind of like a spire thing that gets you to the top of the building. That gets you to the height. Alright, welcome to the top of the building. Now the top of the building has this sign right here because it's a landmark status. It says the height because of its landmark status. It's the tallest building in the entire world. So of course you got to put the height on it somewhere. And there's a spire all the way up here, which is also pretty cool. Now, it's more of an antenna, so I'm going to count this as a spire down here. Now, this spire, I guess, roof-like thing, it's kind of pyramid style, so it's like a pyramid, you'll notice. But there are some interesting parts towards the bottom of it that make it look a little wonky, if you were to go to it up close. This is this side of the pyramid roof I was talking about earlier. Now, you notice, it's kind of weird looking, because this is for the overall style of the building. Like I said, I tried to keep this building kind of cool when I first made it, but it just didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. But I still did add this little feature where the pyramid kind of like separates from each other, which I thought was pretty cool. And the entire building also separates from each other through this little tunnel that goes all the way down here. Not really a true tunnel, but yeah. Alright, let's get back to the front, and now let's review the back. Where I'm standing now, there is a shorter version of this building right here, right around this area. Now, I decided to destroy this building because it made the skyline look kind of congested and I didn't like it. So I decided to make a little plaza right here, which I thought was pretty cool. Now, for the transformation, I decided to cut into the plaza a little to add some more designs to it, but the plaza is still going to be there. So there's not much to discuss in this area. So we're going to go over here to the actual back of the building. So right here is the back of the building. Now this is probably one of my least favorite sides, just because I don't like how there's like no windows to go up here. I thought that was kind of weird, but I do enjoy these little elevator things. Like you can see the elevator. I like how I incorporated that into the design of the building. Then of course the windows on the side, which I thought is kind of cool. I still like the front. Now you'll notice all this trash over here. Like, I might have accidentally destroyed a piece of block from the original building and just didn't put the original pieces back, which I do a lot. So, I guess that's my fault in a way, but I haven't really looked at the building, so I haven't been able to take it off, so that's, I guess, a little annoying. So, that's pretty much the back of the building. You've probably already seen the top, so there's no point in going back up there. And now let's get to the sides. Now meet my least favorite side of the Skyscraper. Now, I just feel like I don't like these windows, and it's kind of boring over here, just purple up. But these windows really annoy me. It's just this long strip of these horizontal windows that go all the way up here. And they're not even that horizontal. They only hang on this one strip, which is really annoying to me. It's just something about that side of the building I don't like. So I decided we're going to definitely transform that to something interesting. Now, in the new building, it's still my least favorite side of the building. However, it looks way nicer than the side of the building for this design. So that basically concludes this, the original build. So let's go over to my copy of this world where I made the transformation, if you will. So let's get started. So this is the first side of my transformation. Now I also, of course, kept some old elements, such as this little arch entrance. Now I could have made the entrance grand and big, but didn't have the space. So this design is kind of like, I wanted to keep it in the original style while not adding too much. So I added a lot of different blocks to this building, such as this, I believe it's blue terracotta, light blue terracotta, sandstone. I actually did add the blue terracotta and the sandstone. And I also kept some things the same, such as this archway entrance. It's still pretty much the exact same. However, I did want to change it, but I couldn't really because of the space. As you can see, I have to demolish this building over here, which is not being used, so I might as well, but eh. And then on the front, you'll notice these sandstone little things right here. These sandstone pillars go to the top of the building in the original design, so still pretty cool. Now you'll notice how I kind of made this building look like train tracks, the front at least. I thought it would look pretty cool, and I like the colors, so I decided let's make train tracks, kind of. If you can't see it, I'll show you a picture of Minecraft rails for reference. So I do think it's pretty cool. So this right here is the back of the building. Now I decided, what if I added a building to the back of the building? So this essentially is part of the building while having its own uniqueness to it. Now, this reminds me of parking lot towers, but I think it looks a bit better. Now, there'd be a restaurant in here, a rooftop bar in this little area right over here with all these seats. You'll see it in a second. An interesting thing, however, is if I were to actually make this skyscraper come to life, this would be a little bar kind of thing, like a rooftop bar, as the original styles did have a kind of like a rooftop night bar thing that connected to the twin of it, which was like a twin of the skyscraper, smaller of course, of the original version. Now, this area kind of gives a good view of the city. You can see the neighborhoods. You can see pretty much the entire city, I guess, but that's just because the render distance is high. Now, you'll notice that you can also get a good view of the building. Now, you're probably wondering where the entrance would be. There'd be an elevator, like, around here, but this area right now is kind of boring. I did try to make a pediment, but didn't work out. So, this is the back of the building. Now, I thought the back of the building is my second favorite part of the entire skyscraper. The new one, of course. Just because I like this eye-like pattern that goes to the top of the building. I think it looks really nice. There's also the elevator, which I incorporated from the original design. Now, as you've probably noticed, this building has a lot of similarities to the original skyscraper, but it still has its own uniqueness. Now, you'll notice I used the same materials over and over again, such as, again, blue terracotta and sandstone. Those are the new add-ons to this building. Now, if you would like to make this building by yourself at home, I'm not going to give you a full tutorial, but I'll show you the pieces needed. You would need light blue terracotta, sandstone, and tinted windows for this side of the building. The other side of the building is pretty much the exact same. Now, this side is probably one of my favorite sides of the building. Now let's get to the actual sides, which are the sides of the building. Now, this side of the building is possibly my least favorite side of the entire skyscraper, but it still looks pretty nice compared to the original design. Now, what I decided to do was, I was kind of lazy when I made this part as I was running out of time to present this to y'all, so I decided to take these windows, just put sandstone around them, because why not? Now, if you want to make this side at home, I used light blue terracotta, sandstone, and tinted glass. So, that's pretty much the side. The other side's pretty much the exact same like the original design. Now that there's pretty much nothing else to show, let's go to the top of the building, aka the spire, roof. I don't really know a good word to call it, but let's get to it. Now for this roof, I was also pretty lazy. I just kind of put sandstone around the ochre frog light. So yeah, not a lot either. But of course, there still is the note that says the building's height. So yeah, that pretty much concludes the skyscraper. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, like it. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. You don't have to subscribe. You never need to subscribe on anyone's video if they say so. Or share this video with someone who you think would enjoy. Don't share it to someone who would not enjoy this video. Make sure to share it to someone who would like the video. Otherwise, my audience cannot grow. Alright, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.